Hey guys, it is Saturday here on Pagan Perspective. I'm your Saturday host Brendan, and this week we are talking about personal milestones and holidays that are personal to our practice. So our question this week comes from Rachel Iriswings, and they ask, do you have any holidays or major religious rites that you created for your path that you would be able and willing to share to celebrate personal milestones, honor your relationships with God/spirits in your own way, etc.? So I took some time this week to think about this really, and probably actually longer than a week since whenever we got the topics released to us, and just been pondering on it really, what sort of practices and all that sort of stuff I have, and personal rights and all that sort of thing. I think for me, it's more like I'm very tapped into the seasonal observations of the environment around me in Brisbane here, and just tracking the seasonal year. There's different notes that I will have, like my phone is full of a whole bunch of different things. The first time, like, I'll notice that the jacarandas are in blossom, so that's usually like late September to early October, and for me that's an indicator of the time between Ostara and Beltane, and it's usually by Beltane most of the city is entirely purple, so it's kind of that beautiful like observation there that transition's happening, and I'm knowing that we're transitioning into that warmer time of the year. Things like certain flowers blossoming throughout the year, certain plants that I own will flower and bloom, or growth periods, or all that sort of stuff. For me personally, anything like, I suppose like the things that I will, like, that are important to me, like are my birthdays related to friends and family members, I suppose those sort of things. And then tradition-wise, I suppose with the Wildwood, like the two major big holidays in our tradition would be Beltane and would be Samhain. And we do a Beltane Fairy Parade, which you would see in one of the previous videos. I'd put up shots at the very end of it of the bell pole or maypole being danced, and the before and after of that. So Beltane, we always have a fairy parade, and it's a really big public present sort of ritual and everything. So like we're really decked out in clothing, like looking fabulous and all that sort of stuff. Carrying this beautifully painted bull, which is then during the ritual is pretty much disemboweled. It's completely wooden. There's a panel that opens up, and then lollies and all that sort of stuff just fall out of it, little share packs and everything. And there's bell pole dancing, broom jumping, all that sort of stuff, and that's really related to our practice and the Crescent Crown Goddess and the Staghorn Gods, which is really two of the major deities within the four major deities that we work with are present, and quite often, like 98% of the time, are aspected or in possessory held. Someone is holding it in possession in ritual. And then for us, Samhain is really, it's about the tradition getting together, and it's always closed work. We do have like council, people present stuff, beautiful, like really rich ritual work that's deep to the mystery and gnosis that comes in through our tradition. And it's about like all the covens getting to connect, all the wanderers being able to connect, the aspirants, the dedicants, the priestesses, and everyone that's involved in there. I think for me, only other things that like kind of are significant are the times of when I've gone through initiations. There's always like a notification reminder in my phone, so usually on those days I'll like light a candle and spend some time just reflecting back on the year since that and the year after that and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I think only other things recently has been like our household that I currently live in. We've just celebrated a year of all of us living together, so we all went out and had a beautiful dinner and all that sort of stuff, and they're kind of like my family that I get to live with by choice now, and it's great sort of thing with that. And then probably celebrate like the kitten's birthday when it comes around next year, so that'll be another little milestone. But there's not really any like practice related rituals or rites or anything like that I have that sit there. I could probably unpack this more in my brain over like months and all that sort of stuff and realize that, oh yeah, there are these little milestones and things. But I think it's also a challenge now to kind of look at developing maybe some personal rites and practices and that sort of stuff when I go through all those processes and transitions and growth. But yeah, I think that's it for this this ritual, for this week's video. Next week is Subs Week. I will see you in December. But for now, much love and blessings, and have a beautiful weekend. Mwah.